1. Apollo 11, 1969, the first moon landing. Apollo 11 was the mission that changed history forever. On July 20, 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first human to walk on the moon, followed by Buzz Aldrin. Michael Collins stayed in orbit above, piloting the command module. The mission wasn't just about beating the Soviets in the space race, it showed the world what humanity could achieve with determination and technology. Armstrong's famous words, "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," inspired generations. Fun fact, the astronauts even left behind scientific instruments and an American flag on the lunar surface, still standing today. 2. Voyager 1, 1977, the farthest traveler. Voyager 1 was launched to study Jupiter and Saturn, but it didn't stop there. After completing its mission, it kept traveling outward, and today it's over 14 billion miles away, the farthest any human-made object has ever gone. It carries the famous golden record, a kind of time capsule with greetings in 55 languages, sounds of Earth, and music from Beethoven to Chuck Berry. If aliens ever find it, they'll have a message from humanity. Voyager 1 is still sending back data, and scientists use it to study interstellar space. 3. Hubble Space Telescope, 1990, a window to the universe. Hubble has been called humanity's greatest observatory. Launched in 1990, it orbits Earth and avoids the distortion of our atmosphere, giving us crystal-clear images of the cosmos. It showed us the pillars of creation, measured the age of the universe more precisely, and even helped prove the existence of dark energy. Without Hubble, our understanding of the universe would be far behind. Fun fact, at first, Hubble had a flaw in its mirror, and astronauts had to go on a repair mission in 1993 to fix it. 4. International Space Station, 1998 to present, a home in space. The ISS is not just a spacecraft, it's a giant laboratory orbiting Earth. Built with cooperation between the USA, Russia, Europe, Japan, and Canada, it represents peaceful collaboration in space. Astronauts live there for months, conducting experiments in medicine, physics, and even biology. The station has also taught us how to live in space long-term, something crucial for future missions to Mars. Fun fact, the ISS travels at 28,000 kilometers per hour and orbits Earth 16 times every day, so astronauts see 16 sunrises and sunsets daily. 5. Mars Pathfinder and Sojourner rover, 1997, first steps on Mars. Before today's advanced rovers, there was Sojourner. This small rover, part of the Mars Pathfinder mission, proved that robots could move and operate on the Martian surface. It sent back pictures, analyzed rocks, and paved the way for more advanced rovers like Spirit, Opportunity, and Curiosity. Without Sojourner, we might never have dared to attempt complex missions on Mars. Fun fact, Sojourner was only the size of a microwave, but it changed space history. 6. Cassini Huygens, 1997 to 2017, exploring Saturn and Titan. Cassini was one of NASA's most ambitious missions. It spent 13 years orbiting Saturn, sending back incredible images of its rings and moons. The Huygens probe, carried by Cassini, landed on Titan, Saturn's largest moon, in 2005. It revealed rivers and lakes of liquid methane, showing us that Titan could be one of the most Earth-like worlds in the solar system. Cassini ended its mission in 2017 by diving into Saturn's atmosphere to avoid contaminating its moons. 7. SpaceX Falcon Heavy, 2018, private spaceflight revolution. For decades, only governments launched big rockets. But in 2018, Elon Musk's SpaceX changed the game with Falcon Heavy, the most powerful rocket in operation at the time. It famously launched a Tesla Roadster into orbit, with a dummy astronaut named Starman in the driver's seat. But the real achievement was reusability. the rocket's boosters landed back on Earth, proving that rockets don't have to be thrown away after every flight. This step is making space travel cheaper and more routine. In 2023, India made history with Chandrayaan-3 by becoming the first country to land near the Moon's south pole. The Vikram lander and Pragyan rover explored the lunar surface, confirming the presence of sulfur and giving new insights into the Moon's geology. This mission established India as a major player in space exploration and inspired millions with its success. 8. Perseverance rover, 2021, searching for life on Mars. Perseverance is NASA's most advanced rover. It's exploring Jezero crater, a place that once had a river and lake, looking for signs of ancient microbial life. It also collects rock samples that will one day be brought back to Earth. And let's not forget Ingenuity, the tiny helicopter it carried. Ingenuity became the first aircraft to fly on another planet, proving that powered flight on Mars is possible. 9. James Webb Space Telescope, 2021, looking back in time. The James Webb Space Telescope is often called Hubble's successor, but it's much more powerful. With its giant gold-coated mirror and infrared vision, it can see the first galaxies that formed after the Big Bang. Already, JWST has given us incredibly detailed images of galaxies, stars, and even exoplanet atmospheres. It's helping scientists answer some of the deepest questions about how the universe began. 10. Artemis program, ongoing, back to the Moon, onward to Mars, Sputnik 1, 1957, the beginning of the space age. The Artemis program is NASA's plan to take humans back to the Moon. Unlike Apollo, this time the goal is not just to visit but to build a long-term presence. Artemis I already tested the new Space Launch System rocket. Soon, Artemis 2 will send astronauts around the Moon, and Artemis 3 will land the first woman and first person of color on the lunar surface. From there, NASA hopes to use the Moon as a stepping stone for the first human mission to Mars in the 2030s. Sputnik 1 was launched by the Soviet Union and became the first artificial satellite in history. It was small, only the size of a beach ball, but its impact was massive. Its radio signals, just a simple beep beep, could be heard on Earth and showed that space travel was possible. This mission started the space race between the US and the USSR, eventually leading to human spaceflight and the moon landing. Without Sputnik, none of today's missions would exist.